Hey guys, it's Shireen. So, I am back for another update. Follow up for my last video. I had mentioned that I was having blood work done and was going to follow up with results of that and talking about vitamins pending the result from that. So, the good news is that I had my blood work done and everything came back great. Only one thing came back a little low, but for the first time ever, my blood sugar is in normal range. Before I went into surgery, I was considered preclinical diabetic. I was literally like 0.3 points away from being considered diabetic. So this is like a huge thing for me. This is a big reason why I went under for weight loss surgery, to avoid being diabetic, which runs in my family quite easily. So that was very exciting. Let's see, they essentially tested everything. So a full panel, they tested my thyroid as well. And they did specific testing for my B12 and folic acid levels. And that all came back great. The only thing that came back low, in the normal range, but low normal, was my vitamin D, strangely. So, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely happy with the results. It means I don't really have to rebuy a lot of vitamins, just rebuying the vitamin D. And gonna keep doing my routine, and I'll probably check it again at the end of the year, maybe like around my, what is it, August, probably at the 6-month stage. So this is my 3 months, so I'll probably do it again 6 or 7 months checkpoint, so November, maybe December. We'll go from there. So I want to talk vitamins, so I'll go through what I take and give you a little review on these. So, and these are not in any particular order that I take them. Go by your program guide, but there are some that you can't take together, or rather, you can take them within certain hours of each other. Now, if you have medication, this may change that, which it does for me, but there are some that you definitely can take regardless together, if you're on medication or not. So the multivitamin I take is the Centrum Chewable. It's orange flavored. This has 100 tablets, and I take 2 a day. After the first month, you could switch to a tablet if you prefer, but I decided to stick with these. These have treated me well, and clearly they're doing their job, which is great. This is my source of folic acid, so that's very important that that I'm still doing good there. Let's see. So it's an orange flavor. It's not too powerful. You'll get over it. It's and they're a little bit large. Let's see if I can. But they're not too bad because they're chewable. And they go down very easy. They crumble very easy. They dissolve pretty easy. You'll get over the orange flavor, but that has treated me well. Others I've tried have been Flintstones Complete. That is also very similar to this. However, it made me break out a little bit because it had a little bit more biotin than my body can take in, because I'm allergic to biotin, so sucks. But this has a very minimal amount of biotin, which does not make me break out. Centrum also makes a tablet form, so if you don't really like the chewable form, you can take the tablet form as well. Now this has 8 milligrams of iron in it. sometimes you know, you may need a little bit more iron depending on the iron pill that you're taking, but yeah, be conscious that this also has iron in it, so be aware of your iron requirements, and consider that your multivitamin also has iron in it, so you don't want to do too much iron, because that can also be bad. So yeah, I take this typically at lunch. You have to eat this with food, so I'll take it in the middle of me eating. They say it's best to take it with food. It kind of goes better, dissolves better, and you know, your body apparently likes it better with food. So now the next thing I take is iron, and I take Frida. And the iron that you take has to be this ferrous fumarate iron. I take 29 milligrams or micrograms because I factor in the iron in my multivitamin, and that meets my minimum requirements. I was afraid that it might be too low, my iron, but apparently it was good. So you also get iron from the food you eat, so it'll balance itself out. This has 250 tablets in it. I take one a day, so this will last you quite a while. And I really like Frida. It's very small pills, so I was afraid that these pills were also big. Let me see here. Very tiny. You drink that with water, and or you know, whatever. And I typically take it close to my multivitamin because of the iron. I take it like an hour after that, and it goes down very fine. You know, I've had no problems with this. It goes down very easily because it's very small, and it's, you know, not harsh when it's going down. This was on Amazon. I believe it came, I'm not too sure, definitely not more than 15, and this has 250 tablets, so that's gonna last you quite a while when you're taking one a day. The next pill that I took rather, is the vitamin D3, also by Frida. This is 3,000 international units, IU. This was my daily requirement of vitamin D3. Apparently it's not enough. My primary care doctor recommended I up it to 5,000. So I recently bought that, and you know, I'll take that once a day as well. Now again, I don't think it's the fault of this brand. I think it's just really me. Maybe for some reason I'm not absorbing vitamin D as I normally used to. I also don't go in the sun a lot because it makes me break out, so that's me personally. So that could be also a factor. I am eating foods that have decent vitamin D, so again, I don't think it's the fault of this. You know, I don't think it really is, but yeah, I bought 5,000 IU from the vitamin shop, which you can also find everywhere too. So hopefully that'll do me well. But again, this is also 250 tablets. It's the same size as the iron, and it also goes down very easily. So I do recommend Frida as well. The next pill I take every other day. It is my vitamin D12. It is sublingual. And I take Nature Made. It has a really good cherry flavor, the flavor is important because this goes under your tongue. It's sublingual. I'm not sure if all surgeons or all programs will require you to take the sublingual version, but that's what was required of me. You could take a 500 microgram every day, or you could take the 1,000 every other day. I take the 1,000 every other day just to limit the amount of freaking pills I take every day. And this has been pretty good. Now, I was afraid that I was low because I had no idea that vitamin B12 is sensitive to light. That's why it is in this dark container. So I was putting my B12 in my pill case, which is clear. So when I was told this, I was like, holy crap, I don't think the B12 then I've been taking has been strong enough, or maybe it lost some of its punch or something. So I was really concerned about that, but my B12 came back fine. But I like to keep these in this container still, and I just have like a placeholder pill to remind me to take it. These are also very small. They go under the tongue, and they're a nice cherry flavor. They're not too overpowering. They dissolve in maybe about a minute or two. They take a while. I take it in the morning typically, and so far so good. Nature's Made, there was 50 in here, so if you're taking this every other day, it'll last you quite a while. I just bought another bottle, so it'll last me like 3 months. And you can get it at like any CVS, a Rite Aid, any drugstore really. Nature Made is popular. But again, make sure it's the sublingual, because they also make just regular pill ones. So, now the last supplement I take is calcium, and calcium cannot be taken within, I believe it's 2 hours, 2 to 4 hours actually. I forget. Definitely at least 2 hours from your iron. So I take this towards the evening, really. You know, late afternoon, evening. And you're supposed to have, now every program is going to be different. My program, you're supposed to take in 1,500 milligrams of this. So I take the Bariatric Advantage. It's a chewable. You can, you know, after a month you can take the pills if you want, but I have found the pills are huge. They're like this big. They're like horse pills essentially. And you have to take 2 of them for the 1 dose of 500 milligrams, which is insane. I'd rather just chew it real quick because it's so much easier. Bariatric Advantage is pretty good. It's expensive. This bag is anywhere between 25 at the most 30, depending on the flavor you get and depending on the dose you get. So I have this 250. I don't really use a 250 much. I'll give you a sense of the size. I take 3 500 milligram doses. So this is what one 250 looks like. The 500's a little bit bigger, but not like double bigger. And so I take, instead of 6 of these a day, I take 3 of the 500s a day. I get them through Amazon. They also have their own website. My calcium levels came back okay, but this is not exactly an indicator of having enough calcium through these. Your blood would take calcium from your bones if it's not getting enough calcium, so it would come out as normal. So I would only know about this more long term if this is actually working and if I'm actually taking enough. To be honest, I haven't been getting 3 in a day. I really should be. I get like 2 in a day. Sometimes I just simply forget. It's something I gotta work on. So calcium is one thing I gotta work on. But I do drink a lot of milk. I do eat a lot of cheese and things that have calcium in it daily. So I'm hoping that offsets. But you're supposed to get 1,500 in along with your daily intake of just whatever your diet is like. So, but the Bariatric Advantage, it's been good. The con is that it's expensive. They taste okay. This chocolate is really good. Maybe too chocolatey. You may find after eating 6 of these. In the beginning, I eat 6 of these, and I'm like, dude, this is like, it's just a little much. The caramel ones I take are the 500. They're okay. They have a little bit of a chalky taste, but they dissolve easily. You know, I just really suck it up for like 30 seconds to a minute and just get that in. You get used to it. These are also sugar-free. And strangely enough, these do have vitamin D3. Which is, it's weird that I'm low when I'm taking these. Sometimes calcium will also have, what's it called? I think it's magnesium in it too. It starts with an M, and that's fine as well. That's common. Your multivitamin takes care of that need though, so, but, there's a lot of math involved here. But yeah, I find it strange that, you know, I'm still a little low despite these having vitamin D3. So, I guess it's just me. I don't know. But luckily I wasn't abnormal low. I was on the normal range, just lower normal, but enough that I do have to do something about it. So, yeah, you can't, you know, again, remember that you can't take those calcium and iron together. They cancel out each other, so you will not absorb either of them if you take them within 2 hours of each other. I like to wait like definitely like 3 hours. So hopefully my calcium is actually getting it from my candy instead of my bones. I haven't been feeling the effects of poor calcium, but again, this will manifest. If there's a problem, it'll manifest later. So yeah, these are what I take in addition to my medicine, other things. So I take a probiotic. It's called PB8. It's really popular. Take that twice a day. It's a clear capsule with powder in it. The Colace I take, and my medications as required. So yeah, all day, all these pills. Yeah, it's annoying, but you know, you get used to it. But I find it more of a nuisance taking when I'm out and about all day. If I'm out all day, you know, I gotta carry them around like, oh crap, I gotta take this. So that's the thing I'm getting better with, though. It's just the calcium that I'm really terrible at taking for some reason. So I'll keep on that. But yeah, but so far I've lost quite a bit. Let me see. So last time I mentioned I had a stall. I actually broke the stall pretty quickly, thank God. I found what the trick needed was, so for my blood work, you're supposed to drink a ton of water the day before to make it easier for your blood to be drawn. Now, historically, I have a terrible history of getting blood drawn. My veins just don't cooperate, and it takes forever, and I hate it, and it's just a bad experience. They needed 5 vials for me, so you bet I was getting that water in. So I drank a ton of water the day before. And then I noticed when I weighed myself the next time, I had dropped the weight. The scale moved. Oh my God. I was like, what? So I was in a stall for about a week and a half. Yeah, it's about 10 days. Where it didn't move, and that broke it. So I've been losing since then. I'm at 349 pounds, so that is 58 pounds lost. Yeah, 58 pounds lost since my surgery date. So yay! So I dropped like 8 pounds pretty quickly, because I guess my weight was just stuck. So yeah, let's see. So that was how I broke the stall, really. It's different for everyone. Could be your protein levels, could be exercise, could be really water. Water is definitely, if you're not drinking as much water, your body will hold on to what it has and will not let anything else go. when you're drinking a ton of water, it kind of moves things. You're peeing all the time, and maybe in a sense your body kind of resets things and is like, okay, let's keep going. So so that is what worked for me. Other things I've noticed, the only other bad thing I've noticed recently has been hair. So my hair has always been on the thinner side. It's always been fine, typically fine hair. I think it was because of my weight that I've always had like thinner hair, and my thyroid as well affected that. But when you're 3 months, between 3 to 6 months, you'll notice as you do research on this, you're gonna find that you may experience some hair loss. I think I'm at that point where I'm experiencing that. So it's not coming out in like handfuls, but I'm noticing more coming out than your normal, like a few strands in the morning and during the day. It's, you know, it's a little bit more than that. So I also noticed that I have some growing. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen. I read that you can either up your protein and up your biotin, but ultimately these things don't do that much to really help. It's just gonna have to run its course. So for biotin, I can't take biotin myself because I have broken out and I itch a lot from it if I take an excessive amount. And you know, protein, I do want to get more protein in just to see if that would do something. So I'm going to eat my typical 3 meals a day that are heavy in protein and then add a shake. Now my surgeon won't like the sound of that, but you know what? Protein is protein. It's going to help me. I won't use it as a meal replacement, so whatever. But ultimately I'm just going to have to wait it out. Your body, you know, it's just part of the process, I read. So that's fun. But other than that, life's pretty good. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep trucking, and I'll update you know, in another week or two, and go from there. All right, thanks guys. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your support as well. I appreciate it.